speed-wise, we've got a pretty good group coming back.
Just keep working hard, doing off the field, in the weight room. Coach Hall is like one of the best coaches in the conference, so he knows what he's doing. Just keep working.
Coach, back-to-back Eastern finals. Just like he said, that success every year, bar has kind of been set high, but I guess we want that bar to be set high with EDENTON, continue to, with the successes that you've had in the past. Like you talked about the league a little bit. Could you talk about just how you mentioned about how this league could be special. Now we got Presswell and Clement combined to be Washington County. Let's talk about this 1A league. I always felt like that our 1A league on this part of the state, especially when we had the old Four Rivers, was one of the best 1A leagues in the state. Seemed like if you came out of that league, you was going to either make it to the Eastern Finals, or you was going to just make it to the state championship. Could you just talk about the new league and last year?
Well, there's a lot of natural rivalries in there with geographically and from an old-time town standpoint. There's not a whole lot of schools left in the state that are town schools. Everything has changed geographically. Things have changed so much in our state over the years, but you still have some town schools left in our 1A league, and it creates some natural rivalries and creates a good fan base. And and I don't mean it in a negative way, but kind of old-time football schools. And I mean that in a positive way. That's one of the things that I really like about Edenton. Edenton is a town school. It's been there forever, and the community's excited about whatever's going on at the school, whether it's tiddlywinks or tic-tac-toe or whatever. It's kind of a focal point of the community. And so I think there's a lot of schools in our league that are in that similar situation. Which creates, I don't know, I'm an old guy and traditionalist a little bit. I kind of like that, and it has a chance to be a really special league, I think, because of those factors.
How about a big round of applause for the Next up, we have Gates County Red Barons head coach Matt BIGGY. Last season, Gates County finished 6-6 overall, 2-3 in the F-Ball Conference. Joined this afternoon by Daron Bryant, Ron Olson, and Tyrell Howell.
Doing well. How are you?
Coach, last year 6-6 overall. Look at the schedule for the Gates County Red Barons. Very competitive last year. Seemed like within pretty much every ball game got off to a hot start, 4-2 start. Then kind of tailed off a little bit, 2-4, but did it where we made the state playoffs this last year. 6-6 and win the season again for the Gates County Red Barons. Talk a little bit about last year and where you guys are headed this year.
Well, last year we had a young group of skilled guys, and defensively we were pretty young. We had a pretty strong senior offensive line. So, moving into this year, we returned all of our skilled guys, but we got to find some linemen up front. I think if we can get that taken care of, we might be a pretty decent football team.
Coach, last year made state playoffs, lost to MANTEO twice last year. There and in that second round game, but both of those games were games you were in the first half, and just was sort of like defensive struggles that kind of broke through for MANTEO on their end at the end of those games. But talk about this, the success you had. Like I said, you lost some guys up front, but got a lot of key skill guys coming back this year. Can you talk about offensively? What can we expect? More passing? You got a lot of skill guys.
Well, everybody's in here knows. Everybody in here knows we don't throw the ball a whole lot. But we do have our starting quarterback is coming back again. It'll be his 4th year as a starter. We have all of our receivers who caught a pass last year will be back, and we do have a leading rusher back on offense. So we've got, like I said before, a good group of skilled guys coming back offensively. So we're excited about that.
Talk a little bit about the league itself last year. You guys finished 2-3, difference, game or two here, within the difference between hosting a playoff game and going on the road. Let's talk a little bit about the league too, with being the first year last year.
Well, I sat up here last year and said I thought we had probably the best 1A league in the state, and I haven't changed my opinion on that. I mean, I think we got, and I think it proved itself. We had a small 1A Eastern Finals representative and a big 1A Eastern Finals representative. So, I mean, it's, I think without a doubt, one of our most competitive conferences in the state.
This question is for Ron, senior, correct?
Yes, sir.
What's the expectation for the senior class this year?
I mean, just got to hold everybody accountable and take leadership on everything.
Coach, your numbers as well. You've been having a lot of guys show up early for practice. The number-wise, things looking good at Gates.
Yeah, we have decent numbers. I mean, Monday will really tell us. The summertime is the summertime, but I'm hoping we have around 50 on Monday. If we're there, I'm excited where we are as far as varsity and JV combined.
How about a big round of applause for the kids? Next up, we have the Hertford County Bears and head coach SAXBY. Last season, Hertford County 6-6 overall, 2-3 in the Eastern Coastal Conference. And the head coach SAXBY is joined by Jalen Davis and Ron Bond and Michael Savage.
Also bringing up the end, we have one of our other kids, one of our leaders this year who's done a great job this summer, so I wanted to reward him with coming. That's Oren Gatlin.
Coach, 6-6 last year. Young team, very competitive team. Tell us a little bit about Hertford County football. Recap a little bit last year and take us forward to where we're going to this year.
Sure. Last year started the year off really, really strong. Started first two games 2-0. And then the injury bug hit us pretty hard. We lost, I think, in the second game of the season, we lost 5 defensive starters. We've lost, I think, 4 of them for the entire season. They were season-ending injuries pretty much. And then, I think when we played Northeastern, I think we lost Jalen Davis for the rest of that season, who's, probably one of the best cornerbacks in the state, one of the best athletes, and he just had a tough year to where, he had issues with his shoulder, ended up having surgery. I had 3 other of my defensive players that had surgery. 2 of them are cleared now. We're still waiting on 2 other ones to clear up, but once we lost those 5 starters, it kind of took a toll on us defensively, and offensively we were good, but if you can't stop anybody, and especially in our conference, you can't win, and that was our issue last year. And this year we're going into it with 10 kids, 11 kids, I think, that actually started for us on defense. So the depth is going to be there defensively. Offensively, obviously, we've lost about 8,000 yards from last year, with Kaim Perry, who rushed for 2,000, Lance Hunter, who threw for, 25, and then Zion Riddick, who also, caught another 15. So a large part of our offense is gone. We lost 4 of our starting offensive linemen, so we're going into that. The receiving corps is back for the majority, and these kids here have worked really, really hard this summer to put us in position.
Coach, you won your last 3 ball games. So like you said, you kind of got off to a fast start, tailed off a little bit, then got hot toward the end of the season. But that loss the first flight in overtime. Do you think that was the difference in maybe hosting a playoff game than you having to go on the road last year?
Definitely, and taking nothing from them because after that game, I told our players we were outplayed, we were outcoached, and if you ever played against Coach Prince, you know he's a really, really good football coach. And, you know, I'm not saying we took them lightly, but they played really, really well, and we didn't. And it could have been the difference of us, you know, hosting a first-round game. And, you know, but doesn't matter. You still get a chance to play. Fields is still the same diameter, same distance, and you know, it really didn't matter to us where we played. We just was happy with the opportunity.
Tough non-conference schedule. How do you feel like that slate is going to help you guys going into the conference?
I wish it wasn't, to be honest with you. No, but, you know, we set it up that way intentionally in some aspects because the conference we play in. I mean, you know, there was just about every game that we played where we knew, you know, we were in for a dogfight. And, you know, it's just shows the credit to the coaches in the conference, really good coaches who have, you know, who's all, you know, pretty much built their programs, and it's going to be a strong conference again. And our non-conference schedule is just going to prepare us. You know, we like the idea of playing games with some meaning in the fourth quarter, because you're going to play games with meaning in the fourth quarter in the Northeastern Coastal Conference. So it's a big deal for us, you know, and it kind of gives us a measure of where we are going into our conference. If we can stay healthy, then we're going to be competitive.
Last year, you guys had high expectations and hit the injury bug, and then the season kind of went away. Was there any positives that you guys brought out of that season from last year that you wish to carry on to this season?
The positive we brought out of that was that we learned to value each other more, cherish the season more, because like I said, it can easily end with a play like that. This year we bring forth family and brotherhood. That's the main thing we work on first. You know, we can't do nothing without our teammates. Like I said, there is no I in team. You know, it's 11 on the field, not just one. So I believe this year's going to be a real good year.
This question for Jalen. The coach talked about you being, you know, I guess kind of unspoken leader for the team this year. How are you going to take on that challenge, you know, being a leader, showing the young guys? I guess, are you just going to lead by example?
Yes, sir, of course you have to. You know, like I said, it starts with the seniors first, then the young guys, they pick up once you leave. This year, like I said, we're doing a real good job, not just me as a senior. These guys right here, they behind me. You know, if I mess up, they owe me more than anything. They mess up more, no more than anything. So like I said, this year, just be prepared.
So with those late season, those 3 late season wins last year after the injuries that you had, is there how much of that is a building block for you guys coming into this year, knowing that you can get those wins late in the season, even with the injuries that you had?
Well, what it did is it changed the kind of the dynamics a little bit, because we got a rhythm, and we found out, you know, who we were defensively, the things that we could do well, and the things that was going to help us be successful moving forward. The issue was the team, it changed. First 3 games we were comfortable and we knew, and then, you know, you hit that injury bug and all of a sudden things change, because, you know, people starting to play different positions. You got to bring kids up off the JV. The dynamics change. And in those last 3 games, we kind of found ourselves again, you know, and it kind of, you know, motivated us and pushed us. And the other thing is that, you know, certain kids got that valuable experience that, you know, the other coaches talked about. And we're excited about that, because those kids now, you know, we're dependent on to take that next step and be big parts of what we're trying to do and what we're building. You know, the biggest thing this year is obviously replacing, you know, the running back. And, you know, this is we've never had a running back since he was the running back for the last 4 years. You know, so now it's almost it's a running back by committee until one guy kind of takes control. We're also going into this season with a new quarterback, which is the first time, you know, going in as a first year type deal for me. So, you know, and Aaron is going to, you know, be playing some quarterback. Jalen might be playing some quarterback. And then we also have, you know, another young kid that's worked really hard this summer. And, you know, so we're excited about the kids that we have and the experience that they gained during that time. And, you know, we're looking forward to just kind of getting started and trying to find our way. And it might take some time, and that's what that tough non-conference schedule is going to do, is help us build. So by the time we get to, you know, the first conference game, we have an identity, and, you know, and hopefully we can play well and compete.
How about a big round of applause for Coach Terrence? So we'll have the MANTEO Redskins and head coach Sawyer. Last year, MANTEO had a 9-4 record overall, 3-2 in the Alabama Conference. He's accompanied today by Bryson Sawyer, James Dillard, Caleb Parker, and Clay Rice. Coach Sawyer's second year at MANTEO, very successful campaign, 9-4 overall, made it to the second round of the state playoffs. Had a great season last year at 1.0. One point in time, you were 8-1 and 6-0, 6 straight wins, and a very good, successful campaign at MANTEO your first year. Tell us about last year and how you guys can build off of the great year you had last year.
Last year, we were very fortunate. We had a very good group of seniors that led us, and they worked hard in the weight room. They worked hard at practice and worked hard in games. And in different games, we were lucky. We got some bounces in different games that ended up going our way, but the guys fought really hard, and we were very fortunate in some games to come out on the winning side.
Yeah, like talked about big senior class, going to have to replace some of those guys coming up this year, but I'm quite optimistic that you have some guys in the stable that are ready to step up and take the place of those seniors that have graduated.
Yes, sir. Last year, we had in our backfield, we were really senior heavy, and those guys carried the load for us. This year on offense, we'll only have 4 seniors, and on defense, 1 senior. So experience is going to be a big key this year. But we got some guys that have worked hard this summer that we feel like as time goes on with experience, they'll get better and better, and excited to see what they do.
I'll open the floor up. Any questions?
Players, what did it mean for you guys to experience the playoffs last year?
I guess it was a good feeling, you know. MANTEO hasn't really been there in a while, so it was good that we were able to win a bunch of games. It was very humbling, you know, being able to beat a bunch of teams. I feel like the seniors really helped us out. They really brought the team together, and we were able to get some good dubs. So.
You guys played a tough conference season in Washington County. Can you tell me more about playing in that conference and how it made you guys better?
Yes, sir. It is a very good conference from top to bottom. As far as all teams, every week you got to go play. The coaches in this conference work really hard. They get along really well and have very good football teams. And the athletes on the teams, all teams as well in the conference, are really, really good athletes. So it's a very good conference that every week you must come out, be prepared and ready to play. If not, you can lose. And it's a very good conference. And also, as everyone has mentioned, it prepares you for playoffs because, as mentioned before, in this conference, if you're able to be successful, you should be successful in the playoffs. So it's a very, very good conference.
Coach, with last year being your first year at MANTEO, community support always big, you know, MANTEO, like Coach Hoggard talked about, you know, town high school, you know, MANTEO High School is in the town of MANTEO. And you just talk about support that you got last year from the community and, you know, just support you got last year and how it helped you guys spur that 9-4 record.
Yes, sir. It's a very good community. They come out on a Friday nights to support the teams. There's things we need as far as funding and stuff, and a lot of parents go out there and work and find us money to get some equipment needs we want and need. So they're excited about football and the community. They do really well coming out and supporting in many different ways, and we're excited about all the things that are happening there right now.
Just a little sidebar, 15 inches of rain last couple of days down in MANTEO. You guys gonna be able to get out on the
Well, I was telling some of the coaches that the Belts there, if you're familiar with that area, somebody was telling me they were doing a little fishing in the Belts parking lot. So it has had a little rain recently, and some of the fields are a little wet, but that's part of it. It happens different times. We'll find a place to practice, whether it's in the gym or auxiliary gym, so we'll find a place to practice.
Last year, the local offense, you guys primarily ran the ball. Is that something you see the team doing, or what?
Well, I think if we want to get better, again, there's very good teams in this conference, and if we're going to be better than last year, we got to throw the ball a little more. And last year was fine; there was nothing wrong with that. But we got to throw the ball a little more because a lot of teams stack 8 people in the box, and you got to be able to loosen that up a little bit. So we're looking to throw a little bit more this year. We've got James Gilreath, who's coming back, his second year as receiver. Clay Rice has done a great job this summer in the passing leagues. Bryson, he's got a little bit of an arm, and we'll see how he develops as it goes on. And Caleb will be running the ball some, so we're excited about that.
It's a good feeling. Last year, as Coach said, we didn't really throw the ball that much, but we still got valuable experience being out there on the field, varsity level, and really excited to build on our passing game this year and hopefully have some success.
After your first year with Manteo, what for you do you think you can improve on so you can make it even better second year?
Well, right now, we got to, with the seniors that have left, our leadership's got to develop, and right now, honestly, we're working on that because last year's senior group, Will Brown, Ian Johnson, Tommy Tillett, Kaz Wheeler, a bunch of them did very good, very good. And we're working on that because, as coaches know, leadership is huge. So we're working on that this year, and if we can open up the offensive side of the ball, throw the ball, because we're still going to run the ball, wing tee, we're going to do different things. But leadership in our group is going to be big. And right now we do have a big line, offensive line and D-line. We are very fortunate. We do have some size, but we got to see how the backfield works out and everything.
How about a big round of applause for Coach McCurry? Next up, we will have the Northeastern Eagles, head coach Antonio Moore. Last season, the Eagles were 13-1 overall, 5-0 in the Northeastern Conference, and made it to the third round of the North Carolina High School State playoffs. So he will be accompanied today by Travion Freshwater, Jarrell Baum, Robert Ferguson, and Aaron Harris.
I'm doing fine, doing fine.
Great. Last year, another successful season for the Eagles. 12 wins seem like it's the bar the last 4 or 5 years. 12 wins, seem to be the standard for the Eagles, and conference champs again. But I know for you, a little bit unfinished business left from last year, and I just want you to just talk a little bit about that tough loss in the third round at Wallace Rose Hill here. Northeast, heck of a ball game, 63-52, but I know the season didn't end the way you wanted it to, and we'll just let you expound on that a little bit.
Well, I knew you were going to ask me that. That's great. Well, actually, man, that's been with us the whole summer, and it seemed like on a year-to-year basis, I say that last loss, but it was a track meet, and we were not too happy about 61 points being put on us when we scored 51. So, it's like this whole offseason we've been working on defense because, like you said earlier, it was a good game to people in the stands, but to us it's been like we've been thinking about it all year, and we talk about it daily. So hopefully we can get back to that point. That's the goal. Get back to that point so we can start over. It's like rewinding the tape so we can get back to that point.
13 in a row, very impressive. What can I say? Played a very challenging schedule. Beat Gage County, and got another challenging schedule coming up again this year. Open up the scrimmage with Bishop Sullivan, even though we didn't miss that, but again playing Conley, Northview. Talk about again your tough non-conference schedule, how that prepares the Eagles for the
Well, we started that because, you know, we're in the East, and it seemed like in the past the East didn't get any respect. So we wanted to try and play the best teams that we can play to show that we have players in the East. I mean, that was one part of getting a tough schedule, and the next part was to prepare us for the playoffs. You know, I want the kids to be in some dogfight games, so when the playoffs come, that, you know, it's nothing they have never seen before. So that's one of the reasons why we get a tough schedule yearly.
I'm gonna open up the floor there. Any questions?
For players from your perspective, how you guys look forward to start the season with 2 tough games against Conley and
We have to come out strong. We have to be focused, ready to play.
This question is for Aaron. Aaron, you first year quarterback this year for Northeastern. Replacing Dallas Hall, all-conference player last year. And Coach Moore likes to throw the football, run and spread it. You ready for the challenge this year? Taking on being quarterback at Northeastern High School?
Yes, sir, I am. You know, Dallas last year was a big asset to the team, you know, through the ball. But I feel like I'm up for the challenge and be able to throw the ball too.
Coach, they can use this offseason because of a lot of turnover, J.R. Walker, very talented player and stuff like that. How has that affected your team moving forward?
I thought we were gonna get out of that question today. Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. I would be not telling you the truth to say that, you know, JR was a big part of this team. I mean, think about it, 3 years. Got brought up as a freshman. But I'm gonna be honest with you, we have got past that. We have players that when JR left, they were texting me like, yeah, I get an opportunity now. And we haven't really missed a beat. You know, again, JR was an awesome player. He was a 4-star athlete. But, you know, next man up, and like an old thing, one old saying Mr. Winslow used to say, you know, Paul Winslow was a past player, NFL player, Northeastern coach. He said, you think you're important? Die and find out. So, you know, somebody else going to come back up, somebody else going to take his spot, and we're going to go on and we're going to do the best we can do.
This question for Travion. Coach talked about J.R. leaving. I guess we would say you're the unsung leader of the Eagles this year. You and Jarrell and Robert been there for a while. Seen you guys progress well there. Talk a little bit about just, you know, going forward. Like Coach said, we playing with y'all guys going to play with the guys that are there. You know, Walker's not going to be there. But just talk about the team and how you guys been working a little bit in the off season and how you expect the season to be.
Well, I expect us to get back to the 3rd round, no matter who's there, who's not. I mean, just come out and play ball every game, no matter.
No matter.
Yes, sir.
Robert, this question is for you. Like Coach said, a lot of guys get more reps last year. You kind of burst onto the scene this year. Won't be no secret. You and Jarrell, you know, all 3 of you guys on the end got college scholarship offers from D1 schools and stuff. So, you know, the program is to a level now where I guess with Northeastern football, you can expect to go to the 2nd, 3rd round. Anything less than that, Coach, your players could chime in on, I guess, not being successful, huh?
Well, I'll tell you, the expectations are like humongous at Northeastern, man. You go 13-1, they ready to fire you. I mean, you know, we had a meeting last night. It was funny. We had a parent meeting, and I was telling them, you know, everybody's a family. I mean, no matter what, you have to stick together. I mean, 14-1, 1-14, it all doesn't matter. You got to realize what's important. But it is a stressful situation being at Northeastern. The players can tell you that. But you lose one game, it's like at the end of the world. So, I mean, it is a struggle sometimes. And I'm not here, I know no one feels sorry for me going 13-1, but, I mean, it is a struggle.
Where are you say you're focusing on defense this year?
Yes.
Where are you working to change that?
Well, we do. It's gonna be a change of scheme, and we're gonna start reading linemen a little more. because linemen take you to the ball. You know, we were trying to overpower people and go man zero, and we still gonna play man zero, but we're gonna read linemen a little more so our linebackers can get better play, better flow to the ball.
Offensively, you have Travion Freshwater in the backfield. What can we expect? Anything different from Northeastern football this year? Maybe more touches for Mr. Freshwater, or spread it around a little bit more?
Well, nothing's going to change. I mean, all the coaches in here that played us know that you can look at the film from last year and tell you what we're going to do. Nothing's going to change. You know, Freshwater going to get the ball some, and we have a couple younger receivers that's coming up that's pretty quick and athletic. They can get the ball. Aaron Harris is second in 100 in the conference, so he going to throw the ball and run the ball. So you know, nothing's going to change.
Defensively, Jarrell, I'm gonna throw this question at you. Coach said, you guys are trying to improve a little bit defensively. You taking that personally a little bit?
Yes, sir. I plan on getting stronger and making my defense stronger as well.
How about a big round of applause for Coach Antonio? Next up, we will have the PASQUOTANK Panthers and head coach Rayshawn Spencer. He'll be joined by players Kamari Spencer, Jeremiah Dutton, Anthony Garan, and Jonathan Lammers. Coach Spencer, welcome back here again to High School Media Day. No stranger to you. You've been head coach at Columbia, but man, you gotta be one of the busiest guys in all of
No, I try not to be.
Got the job a couple of days ago. Hit the ground running. Practice coming up around the corner, but it's an exciting time, and I know you're up to the challenge. So tell us a little bit about how it all came on that you landed the head coach.
The opportunity presented itself. Took a leave last year, and opportunity presented itself. Went through the process of being hired. It was a long process. Once we got through the process, again this week, I finally got the final offer to receive the job, and I accepted it. Extremely excited. Been trying to get into the school system here in Elizabeth City for probably about 10 years now, and finally got into the school system, so I'm happy about that. Biggest thing is we want to try to get in and create a tradition at PASQUOTANK. It seems like that's something that we failed at in the past. These guys here had to go through ups and downs. 3 seniors that have been through 3 different coaches. This will be their 3rd coach in 4 years. So it's hard to create a tradition. It's hard to create repetition and create camaraderie amongst guys when there's a different leader every time. Our goal coming in now is to hopefully keep the ball rolling, what we've created, what's been going on already over the spring and this summer. Continue to add to it, continue to push the guys. We're looking for leaders. That's the biggest thing. I think that's what we felt out last year, being able to make adjustments, being able to read keys. Same thing as Coach Moore said as well, defense. Is one big thing that we're going to make our focus. Our goal is if we can stop people from scoring, then we'll worry about getting the ball in the end zone a little bit later. But our goal is to minimize as much scoring as possible, and then as the season progresses, we'll continue to work on getting the ball in the end zone and increasing our chances of scoring through a versatile offense.
Well, color's not there. Jonathan Lamerson got some guys coming back and played last year. PASQUOTANK got off to a hot start last year. Ended up, started out the season 5-1, kind of tailed off at the end, a couple of injuries and stuff like that. So there's potential, and I guess you see that as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we got a good group of seniors who've been working hard over the summer, during the spring. Went to a few competitions as well, went to camp this summer as well. Just like I told the guys earlier, I wish I could have been a part of it, but like I said, we're here now. My goal isn't to come in and reinvent the wheel and change a whole bunch of things. Our goal is to continue to move forward from here, pick up the pieces that have been left, put them back together, and continue to be successful.
Tough league you'll be playing in, talk about both leagues, night in, night out, no nights off. This is your first year into the Northeastern Coastal Conference. It kind of just saying that playing in the shadows of the Northeast, you guys are going to try to break that, we got 2 schools in one town.
Yeah.
There's no secret, PASQUOTANK in the years have kind of sort of not been, I guess we say stepped
Oh yeah, definitely excited about being in this conference. Again, you talked about Antonio. I got a good relationship with Antonio. Both of us were here as Vikings as well. Like I said, I do want to be competitive. That's a good thing. Like I said, I feel like we could be competitive. Like I said, we just got to put the right pieces together. Yeah, I'm definitely happy to be in this conference. There's a lot of great coaches in this conference, a lot of coaches that I've worked with, a lot of coaches that I worked against. And like I said, it's going to be a challenge, but I think it's something that we're ready to meet head on. The guys are excited about Monday. They're excited to see what we're going to bring to the table this season. We're not, like I said, looking to change a whole lot of things, but like I said, I mean, there are things that we have to continue to improve on a day-to-day basis in order to be competitive when conference play comes.
This question be for John, and then for John, we played last year, started at quarterback, and got a little on-the-job training, I guess, the last couple of years. Are you excited about finally, having a whole full season up under your belt? You got hurt the previous year and missed some time. So, how excited are you looking forward to the season?
I can't wait. I can't wait to compete. Last year I got hurt, so I mean, I got a lot of experience. Being on the sideline, you really get to see, how things operate from a different perspective. So it's going to be nice to get in there and play.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. We just met him yesterday. So, I mean, but he seems like a good guy. Seems like he knows what he's doing, and the season's going to go fine with him as the coach.
Yes, sir. I can't wait.
Of course.
Absolutely.
That's
Yes,
our
sir.
job.
It's pretty hard. There's not a lot of consistency. You can't really build upon different stuff. So I mean, it's pretty hard to maintain a tradition.
Biggest thing is, I mean, these guys have been working since January on specific things that they were wanting to implement in the fall. My goal is not to come in here and change that completely. Of course, I've got to catch up, and I don't want to change everything, but there's certain things that I do well, certain things I don't do well. So like I said, that's the biggest thing, is catching up to the pace that they've been at, because right now, like you said, this late in the game, changing things isn't going to do anything but put us even farther behind the curve. So our goal is to catch up. Well, not us to catch up, but for me to catch up with them and just continue to move forward.
Talk a little bit about your coaching staff, some of the guys that you might have on staff. You're still building your staff. I know Jesse Seaman, offensive coordinator, I don't know if he's going to still be on your staff or not, but I know you've been working with guys a little bit this summer. Can you talk a little bit about your staff and any additions, or how you're going to put the staff together?
Yeah, I've been using the last few days to evaluate coaches. We pulled them in each one by one. First, just determine whether, if they were interested in staying, because again, like I said, we want to build a program with guys who are loyal to the program as well, and trying to build a tradition. It seems as if a lot of the coaches are going to stay on staff. We're going to have another meeting on Sunday to kind of finalize our staff and kind of decide on, this is exactly the direction we want to go as far as coordinators and everything like that. But as of now, it looks like a majority of the staff is going to stay on board, which is a good thing, because I think they've done a lot over the years. They've been there through the transition of coaches, so I feel like they're well due that respect.
How about a big round of applause for Coach Johnson? Next up, we'll have the PERQUIMANS Pirates and head coach Randy AWREY, and he'll be joined by John Nixon, Joyon Bass, Deontay Harvey, and C.O. Riddick. Last year, the PERQUIMANS Pirates were 2-9 overall and 1-4 in the Albemarle Conference. So, welcome to Northeastern North Carolina. Like you say, welcome to the Kansas DCSU, Coach Randy AWREY, and the PERQUIMANS Pirates. And Coach AWREY, we said Randy, yep. Right. Nice to meet you. So, tell us what excites you about PERQUIMANS County football that you got on the block. Nice article Malcolm did on you in the Daily Advance, but a chance to meet you. So, small town football and rebuilding programs is your forte. So, tell us a little bit about Mr. Randy AWREY.
Well, the Darius Rucker song, it was the last time you had a first time.
Yeah.
Everything's first time for me. It's the first time I've been in Elizabeth City. So everything's new to me. 2 weeks ago, I was in Chicago working a different job. Moved here. What enticed me here was the people. This is an awesome place. This is an awesome place. The people, people I've met, some of the coaches that I've had an opportunity to meet, what a great conference this is. Excellent football is awesome. Some of these guys, man, they look like grown men, and they're just, it's awesome to see this, you know. And so it's exciting, it's fun, and I actually come from a small town. I was born and raised in a small town. I love small town football. I love football where the town closes down and everybody goes to the game on a Friday night. There's nothing more exciting, there's nothing more fun. My daughter lives in North Carolina, 4 grandchildren here. Awesome to be able to get closer to them. So this whole thing has just been all about the people. And I still got boxes sitting in the house that haven't been unboxed yet. So I'm getting to learn my way around. We got lost on the way here. These guys can tell you, I just rode right by the place, never been here before. So they go, Coach, you just went past the school. Okay, turn around. So, you know, everything's going to be new for us, but it's going to be exciting because when it's new, it's exciting. And what I have found is some great people to be around. And if you've ever been in a big city, you find out real quick there's not a lot of great people to be around. And these small towns have some super good people, great coaching, great teams, and it's going to be fun.
So, new stadium, new excitement, new coach. Tell us a little bit about, you know, what type of brand of football you're going to bring to Queens County.
You know, everybody asks that, but I don't even know. And I don't know because I haven't had a chance to work with these guys. Monday, we're going to be able to get together. We'll be able to figure out what we can do. You know, who's going to play what position. I don't even know all the guys on the team. Haven't even met them all. And we're still pulling together everything, the coaching staff, the team. So we got a lot of work cut out for us. And it was a late hire for me coming down here, late choice for me to come. And, you know, we got work, but we'll get her done. And we'll work a little overtime if we have to.
Talk to the players, one of those players, but Deontay, RCO, second coach, but you know, excitement is high, new stadium, you know, energy seeing back, great middle school team last year, won the middle school football championships, and those guys becoming, you seem like the numbers up a little bit more at PERQUIMANS, and excitement is up a lot more about football at PERQUIMANS.
Like, everything is going well for us now. We just got to bring the energy more. Get like more leadership, because that's what I'm trying to do, bring energy and leadership to the team, because like that's what we need really. We don't want to like our record last year, it wasn't that great, but we're trying to put that behind us and like start a new beginning.
Are you guys excited about the new stadium? Coach, you know, had on the paper, I don't know if it's going to be ready or not, but whether it's ready or not, you guys still have those stadiums, you know, that you can play in and everything like that. But just the support of the community with Queens football. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh, it's been awesome, and you know, we've been always joking about already who's going to be the first person to score a touchdown in that stadium. I mean, it's going to be exciting. I don't know when it's going to be done. They say it's going to be done for the season. We hope it will be, but whenever it gets done, we know we got a nice, beautiful facility that we'll be able to play in. So we're excited about everything that's going on right now.
How different will that be for you? We'll be on Friday nights as opposed to tomorrow.
Saturdays. Actually, my wife's all excited about it because now we at least have some time we'll be able to spend together Saturday night. And, you know, my family's close by now, so they can come watch games instead of having to watch them on TV or on, you know, the videos or something. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I always love Friday nights, you know, even though it's been a long time since I played. That's an exciting thing when you turn those lights on in the city and everybody comes to watch you play. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
How about a big round of applause for Coach Bertie? As we near the end of our program, we're going to bring up our last team for today. It'll be the Washington County Panthers. And head coach Wayne Rogers. And we will have him, Tyrese Cherry. And also, always great to have Coach Rogers here with us, a walking soundbite machine. I don't know what he's going to say today, but you're here. You're going to go right. So, Coach Rogers, your school in Washington County, right down the road.
Yes, well, really, Coach Cody's the head coach. I let him have that. But
This, Coach Cody working with him, new school, no longer Crestwell, but I think it's going to be beneficial for everybody in Washington County. It seems like a lot of excitement down in Washington County right now.
Well, it is because I guess one little joke was Coach Cody. This is one of the he was saying this is one of the down years for Plymouth. Is say the Plymouth aspect because we haven't had many players. Just 25 is the most we have. He says this is the lowest it's ever been, and you know he's going really a little down. I had a little bit of downer, but I said, Coach, I'm so excited because this time of year I only have about 5 players in the past, so I'm excited because you know the guys coming out and they really feel good about it. And after the spring and after the little camp, we're excited about a few things. We're gonna be very young. Well, when I say very young, inexperienced. We got key guys that's feel very good about what they're doing, where they're playing, and I think the real good thing about it, we don't have any standout person we can just pick, but I think all of them are right on the same level. This is one of the years we don't have a lot of speed, but we're gonna make up for it and a lot of other things. I think the numbers for us, the backs. We have a lot of backs, and no one is really outstanding, but I think they can all fill in. They should be able to be just as strong in the fourth quarter as we were in the first quarter. But like I say, we're low in numbers, and numbers going to make the difference. How well our offensive line goes and defensive line goes is going to tell the story about how the team's going to go this year. But I'm looking for good things, good expectation. And coming from Cresswell High School, like I say, we usually like last year at Cresswell, we played with 14 guys all year long. So so it's a good thing. It's a good thing for us, the county combining all, and of course you don't get all for a new situation, you don't get all the players from the, I guess you say, sister school that's going to participate. The other school, they want to wait and see how it's going to be first. So that's one thing. I think next year they probably have a lot more numbers, especially coming from Cresswell area to do. But we do have a few athletes that are coming from Cresswell that's going to contribute to the football team this year.
You and Coach Cody, he's going to be the head coach. Are you going to be assistant head coach?
Yeah, I'm assistant head coach, and if numbers up, I guess you say the head JV coach. Hopefully we're going to have the numbers up so we can do that. Yeah, expectation the same. We're going in with the same expectation, and hopefully it's going to happen. Like I say, the guys are enthused. He has a good senior class that's going to, I think, going to represent the county well.
I mean, just to work harder so we can get back there.
He also talked too about Plymouth football, Washington County football is a standard. They used to winning, and y'all combined, and like Coach, that standard is not going away. Now I guess some of the pressure shifts to you too. Now it's the whole county that you don't win, but Plymouth is usually a very competitive program, and we don't see that changing much at all.
No, they call us the oldest coaching staff. Even some of the people in the county tell us that we're too old to coach. Myself and Coach Cody, this is my going on my 43rd year coach. So Coach Cody going about 30-something, so they tell us we're too old to coach. But those players, they stay the same age. Don't nothing change about the players' age.
No.
Washington County, Washington High School, about 20 minutes away. Then we got Washington County High School. I mean, well, just to help with the name thing, I mean, was there any thought of maybe having another name with close proximity to Washington High School, or was this just something that had to be done that way?
Well, I tell you, it just had to be because, as you know, I guess when you're coaching, you're one of the Indians, you're not the chief, so you're kind of doing what they put out a survey for who's going to vote on mascots, school names, you know, and they come back like that, and anyway, you know, the coaches say, hey, you know, them kids ain't picked that mascot and that name, those kind of, but you know, so we feel, yeah, it was something that was kind of done, you know, kind of done, and so because it's the middle school, the same thing, Washington County Middle School, so all of us, it's not really something we had much to do with.